Yeah. Okay. So the Niners essentially were on their sixth string center towards the end of the season.
Yeah.
It was not a good situation, right? That really casts things as through. Right guard is one that they're trying to nail down. Daniel Brunskill's a guy that they bounced from right guard to center. He could have a spot in the organization going forward. Mike McGlinchey, their former first round pick, he really struggled in pass protection and became a lightning rod for criticism throughout the year. But he was also one of the best run blockers in the league, and the Niners constantly defended him. So. And Tomlinson, like you said, he did okay. He wasn't as great as I thought he would be next to Trent Williams, and he actually allowed the sack in that Week 2 game that got Garoppolo hurt. So they need help on the interior, but it's kind of like it's the same old story. I would love to see them get sturdier and overpay somebody that's a quality center or right guard, which there's maybe one or two out there before they get franchise tagged. And maybe if they use a first round pick on an offensive line, it wouldn't stun me either.
Okay.
But the biggest offensive line question coming into the year was, how do you replace Joe Staley at left tackle? Yeah, you bring in Trent Williams.
Yes.
And Trent Williams was still a force there. So if Trent Williams gets away, this is where you're going to really scratch your head and go, they might want to have a more mobile quarterback than Jimmy Garoppolo, because you don't know who's going to be able to protect that blind side.
And what about Richburg? Because obviously that was a big blow.
So Richburg, they paid a lot of money for him in free agency, and he played well. He had a knee injury at New Orleans in that game in 2019. Was out all of last season. He also had he had a bicep surgery or something else that really scaled him back. So we don't know anything about him. He didn't talk to the media all year, and it was a bleak situation. So, but that's a guy that carries a high salary cap figure. That's why I'm saying, hey, you're not going to pay for that where he hasn't been able to be on the field. And so looking for a new center is a possibility too. And I think, Alex Mack's a guy, I believe that's free agent from Atlanta that was in Shanahan's system. So you connect those kind of dots, and I think he's a Cal guy also. That's a good name I'd try to keep an eye on.